Think about the most confident person you know, the one who speaks about everything as if they wrote the textbook. Now think about the most genuinely competent person you know. Are they the same person? Almost never. And science has a very specific explanation for why, and it's more unsettling than you expect. Human beings have always assumed that confidence signals competence. The manager who speaks decisively, we assume he knows what he's talking about. The politician who never hesitates seems to have all the answers. Confidence is a social signal. It says, "Trust me, skip the verification." But in 1999, two psychologists at Cornell University ran an experiment that changed how we understand this equation forever. What they found wasn't just a surprise. It was the opposite of everything we assumed. Dunning-Kruger and David Dunning asked university students to rate their own performance on logic and grammar tests. But here's what nobody talks about. The students who scored in the bottom quartile rated themselves as outperforming 68% of their peers. This wasn't optimism. It was a complete inversion of reality. But the more important question, why? The answer isn't in arrogance, it's in the structure of the brain itself. The skill required to perform a task correctly is the exact same skill required to evaluate whether you performed it correctly. If that skill is absent, you cannot feel its absence. Dunning called this the double burden of low competence. You don't just perform poorly, you lack the very tool that tells you you're performing poorly. The incompetence and the blindness to it are not two problems, they are one. But this isn't the most painful half of the story. Because the effect doesn't run in only one direction. The most competent participants in the study showed the exact opposite pattern. They rated their performance lower than it actually was. Those who outperformed 85% of their peers thought they were just average. Why? The answer is simple but profound. The expert finds the task easy and assumes everyone finds it easy. Competence generates awareness of complexity, and awareness of complexity makes you doubt yourself. This is why the most qualified voices in any room are often the quietest. The doctor who understands medicine's limits hesitates before answering. The analyst who understands economic complexity gives you no clean answers, while the ignorant sees none of this complexity and nothing stops them from absolute certainty. This is not fair, but it is not accidental either. It's what knowledge does to a brain, by design. But wait, does gaining more experience fix this effect? That's what everyone assumes. The answer will surprise you. Experience alone does not fix the effect. What fixes it is one thing only: accurate, direct feedback. In closed-loop domains, chess, surgery, aviation, where reality corrects you immediately, practitioners eventually calibrate. But in most of our lives, management, politics, parenting, social media, feedback is delayed, diluted, or purely social. And here is the real problem. Social environments reward confidence, not accuracy. In the original study, when bottom performers were shown their peers' actual scores, they immediately revised their self-assessments downward, accurately. The incompetence wasn't cured, but the feedback created the moment of clarity the brain could not generate on its own. That moment of seeing yourself as others see you is the rarest experience in human life. And now the part that makes this effect nearly unsolvable. Everyone watching this video right now will think of someone they know. Their manager, their colleague, that person in the meeting who always has the loudest opinion. And almost no one will think of themselves. And that reaction is the effect in operation right now. The certainty that this isn't me is its most reliable symptom. There is no known vaccine for this effect. The only partial protection is the thing the incompetent brain resists by design. Seek feedback from someone more skilled than you and resist the urge to interpret their disagreement as proof that they are wrong. And the cruelest irony, the researchers who tried to challenge this effect ended up proving its core truth. Even the debate about it is subject to the same forces it describes. Social media has built the perfect ecosystem for this effect to operate at civilizational scale. Algorithms reward confidence, not accuracy. Likes replace genuine feedback. Reach replaces expertise. The most certain voices rise, the most qualified fall silent, because nuance doesn't produce clean headlines. Now add AI tools that generate authoritative-sounding answers regardless of the quality of the question being asked. The entire system is designed, without meaning to be, to feed this effect, not fix it. But here is the one piece of good news. Simply knowing about this effect and actively watching for it in yourself measurably improves your ability to respond to it. Not because you become immune, because you pause before you're certain. In what area of your life have you noticed the least experienced voices are the loudest? Tell me in the comments. The next video connects directly to this one, the exact mirror image, the most competent people who feel like frauds, imposter syndrome, and the science behind it. Don't miss it. Subscribe, a new question worth answering every week.